All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. This is Brother Mayka'ahla again. I'm going to do a video on the kingdom of heaven. Everybody says I'm a doom and gloom type of guy. But along with it, just like the saying goes, with all the rain, the sun gotta shine sometime. Or something like that, I don't know what that is. But they say I preach doom and gloom. You gotta preach the doom and gloom, but then you gotta turn around and you gotta give people some hope. There's rays of sunlight after the doom and gloom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to show you what the kingdom of heaven is. What you're gonna see when you get there. And that's if you get there, if we get there. Because there's no guarantee that any of us will get there. So all I can say to that is keep the commandments and you'll get there. So first of all, what I want to do is I want to show you, let's see if I can focus it on. I don't know if this is going to work. But this is Revelation chapter 21. And we'll go down here and we'll look at it. This is how I did highlight a lot of stuff. But after all the destruction that comes about the earth, when the earth passes away and a new earth is formed, a new earth in heaven, comes the kingdom. Now the kingdom of heaven is shown to John, and he wrote it down as Revelations, or Revelation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at 10. So here it says, and he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. Now, when you hear the heathens speak of heaven, they always say there's one pearly gate, and there's a guy guarding the gate. These people have no idea what's going on. They even read the Bible and get the wrong idea about stuff. Because the Bible is saying right here, had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And the 12 gates, 12 angels. And the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Now, most of us in America are from the tribe of Judah. We're one of the tribes, so we get a specific gate. Now, the unlearned and heathen think that when you get to heaven, you get through one gate and there's a guy guarding the gate. But this contradicts that. There are 12 gates and 12 angels guarding each gate. And on the name of each gate, the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So if we're most of the so-called black people, and we're not black, we're brown, most of us are from the tribe of Judah. So Judah had his own gate. Let me see if I can get. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, the 12 gates for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to focus on the kingdom itself. We know if we keep the commandments and we do everything that Yahweh says and believe on Yahweh Shai, we'll get to the kingdom. Now I'm going to skip down because I wrote some things in here. So he talked to John and told him, he gave him like a measuring stick. And it says in here, a golden reed to measure the city. So he started to measure it, and it came out that the city was 12,000 furlongs. Now, I did the calculation on a furlong. And these are the dimensions. This is a furlong. One furlong is 1/8 of a mile, or 660 feet. So so 8 furlongs is 660 feet times 8. And that's a mile. 5,280 feet is a mile. So if you multiply the 12,000 furlongs, well, not multiply, but divided by 12,000 by 8, you get 1,500 miles. And it says the length, the width, and the height of it are equal. So the length of the city or heaven is 1,500 miles long, 1,500 miles wide, and 1,500 miles high. So basically, it's a cube. So what I did is I made a little drawing here. Let's see if I can get it in there. And as you can see, this is the length. This is the width. And the height, all of that's 1,500 miles. And here are all the gates on east, west, north, and south sides of it are 3 gates. And it says in the Bible that one side has the gate of Judah, Reuben, and Levi. And here are the other tribes. They each got a gate. So whoever you are, if you from the tribe of Reuben, Judah, Levi, on this side you got Joseph, Benjamin, and Dan. You have Simeon, Issachar, Zebulun. And on the other side is Gad, Asher, and Naphtali. So those are the 12 tribes. But what I wanted to make sure that you understand, the size of this is unbelievable. That's why a lot of people they can't get into this because of the size of this. Right now, if you were to put the kingdom of heaven in the United States, it would take up from the west coast to around Lake Michigan, from the Gulf of Mexico almost to the border of Canada. So that's the immensity of it. And I wrote the height of it. I tried to get this in to scale, but 1,500 miles tall. This is where jets fly, down here around 40,000 feet. The International Space Station is just under 280 miles. This is still going up. It's not quite to the moon, but 1,500 miles up. So it's basically out in the outer space. So this is so unbelievable. That's why people they'll start making up their own stories. Like there's only one gate, and then there's gonna be a rapture, and everybody's gonna get in there that believe in Jesus Christ, and all that bullshit. They make shit up. Excuse my language, but they make stuff up to fit themselves into it. But that's what I wanted to get across. The immensity of it is just so unbelievable. Once you think about that, a lot of people don't want to get into this because it's so unbelievable that they say, "Oh, we're going to lose some people if we tell them this." But this is in the Bible. This is written in the Bible. An angel commanded John. He showed him the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be on earth. It's not going to be up in the sky in the clouds like all the rest of them crazy people say. It's going to be on earth in the land of Israel. So there's gonna when the Lord, when our Father changes, He's gonna change the earth because He said, "Heaven and earth passes away." So it's not gonna the earth and the sky and everything is not gonna be the same as it is right now. Because if you think of it right now, the kingdom of heaven being in Israel, it doesn't fit there. Some of it's going to, you know, if we use the earth as it is today, some of it's going to be in the water, some going to be in the mountains. So something has to drastically change just to get the kingdom of heaven on earth in Israel. And it's so fantastic. That's why I'm saying this is, it's not doom and gloom. You're going to get there, but you have to do some stuff to get there, just to get in the realm of being chosen. Like I said, keeping the commandments, that ain't getting you in there. Just keeping the commandments ain't getting you in there. You have to believe in Yahweh. That's his name. You have to believe in him with all your heart and all your soul. And believe in Yahweh, our Father, with all your heart and soul. That's how you get in the that's how you get in the kingdom. So as we read down, we're gonna go through the description as far as the overall length, width, and height, 1,500 miles, as it said on here. 1,500 miles, not meters, miles. Yeah, that's all I can get in the meter stuff, the metric. But there's more than one. There's no pearly gate. Each gate has a pearl above it. Each gate has an angel guarding it. So if heathen try to get in there, they're going to have a very rude awakening if they try to get in there, because the angel's probably going to destroy them to dust. He's going to be like a bouncer at a venue. If you try to get in these places without proper ID, he's going to bounce your ass out of there. And that's what these angels are going to do. So, getting past the overall length, then we start to get into what it looks like. He said measure the walls, and he measured 140 and 4 cubits. Now, a cubit is 21.9 inches or 1.8 feet. That's like the tip of your middle finger. That's that finger there that people like to use. All the way to your elbow. About 3 inches past your elbow. And that's just me. So this is the angel telling them to measure and how they went about it. So basically a cubit is 1.8 feet. So if you got 144 cubits, that's 259 feet. That's just one wall. Getting up into the kingdom, that's one wall. The city has we went to the gates. It has 12 foundations. So if you're building a house, your house only got one foundation. The holy city has 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, the names of the 12 apostles, that's the disciples. 12 foundations. And in each foundation, that Yahweh picked. He handpicked those guys. That's why, and they stood with him to the end. So that's why they're getting rewarded. They're gonna have their names on the 12 foundations. Okay, the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, chalcedony, emerald, sardonyx, sardis, chrysolite, beryl, topaz. There's a word for you. Chrysoprasus, hyacinth, and amethyst. And here's where it says the gates. The gate and the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was one pearl. So each gate had a pearl. And the street of the city pure gold, as were transparent glass. So this is unbelievable. If it's just hard to believe. That's why people lie about it. Because when you tell the story that is written here, people say, "Oh, that's unbelievable. That can't be true." So let's make up something that's a little more believable, and that's what they did. So they come up with that one gate with one angel standing there checking people in. It ain't like that. It's 12 gates, 12 angels guarding the gates, and only Israelites getting in there. Heathen ain't getting in there. There's something for a heathen. Let's go down. Let's see. If you guys just read Revelation 21, and it explains everything. Like I said, this is unbelievable. If you look at, and there are artists' renditions of this, and they try to explain it. This is the best I could do. I'm no artist, so I didn't even try to draw that. But you can go online and you can just you go Google it and say what does the kingdom of heaven look like, and you'll see all different types of artist renditions. But as far as this goes, it's to remember it that it's being 1,500 miles tall. There can be 1,500 levels, each a mile high. And each level is 1,500 miles long, 1,500 miles wide. So if we're going to live in there, if you think about just being in a regular city that's only maybe 20, 30 miles wide, think about each level is 150 or 1,500 miles wide and long. Think what you can get in there, how many cities you can get in there on that one level. Because also it says right here, it says, and the city had no need of the sun, neither the moon, to shine in it, for the glory of Yahweh did lighten it. And the Lamb, that's Yahushua, is the light thereof. So even if you got 1,500 levels, each level would have its own light from Yahweh and Yahushua. So that's a moon up there. The moon's light ain't getting in there to light it, and the sun's light ain't getting in there to light it. The rest of the earth has the moon and the sun to light it, but inside the kingdom, it has its own light. And if there were 1,500 levels, 1,500 miles wide, think of it as one person could have a mile, or say 10 miles of land. You think about your house right now. If you had a real good house, you got maybe like 4,500 square feet of living space. That's a mansion size. But if you think about it, your house in the kingdom would be twice or 10 times that size. I think this is what, when Yahweh Shai said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. This is the place where all those many mansions are going to be. 1,500 miles high, 1,500 miles wide, 1,500 miles long. But you're not getting in there unless you keep the commandments. And right now, if this video goes, if this video goes out, it'll be after Thanksgiving. If you celebrated Thanksgiving, you got some catching up to do, because that's not a feast day that Yahweh authorized. We got a feast day coming up. It's called the Feast of Dedication, also known as Hanukkah, also known as Hanukkah in the ancient Hebrew. And that's after this wicked Thanksgiving and before the wicked Christmas. So that's what you should be celebrating. You should be finding out how to do that. If I have the time, I can explain it to you. Those are the feast days you should be doing. There are many feast days. There's more feast days that Yahweh authorized than there are these wicked holidays. And they're a lot better. They're more happier. You don't get depressed while keeping these feast days. Well, at least I don't. I used to get depressed during Christmas because I worried about, I can't get so-and-so a present. So as an Israelite, you don't have to wait for no day to give somebody a present. If you want to give somebody something, give it to them. You don't have to wait for these wicked days. You don't have to wait for Valentine's Day to give your wife something. Give your wife something and give thanks to Yahweh that you got a wife. A lot of men don't have no wives out here. Especially if you got a good wife that takes care of you, man. That's like gold. That's a precious stone you got. Don't take her for granted. Take a day out the year or whatever day you want to take. Give her a present and thank Yahweh for her. For your kids too. Because he gave that to you. You didn't do that. He gave you that. Be thankful every day, because he can snatch it away from you. Especially when you get into that prideful thing where you think you did everything. You don't have to thank anybody for that. You going down the drain with that kind of attitude. You're supposed to be keeping these commandments. Guys out here voting, and you actually put kings above you. And that's a commandment that says you don't do that. Unless Yahweh appoints somebody. He appointed David king. He appointed Solomon king. You didn't vote for those people. They're appointed by Yahweh. You out here voting for these maniacs. You got doggone white supremacists, and you think, why are things going bad for us? Because you keep voting for these devils. They're devils. That the Bible speaks of these devils. They're not going to ever give you anything. We're going to take the kingdom away from them, and it's going to be pretty soon. As you can imagine what's going on today, you got all kinds of plagues going on, and if you're not keeping up with them, you'll lose count. There's already, there's a plague, there's an opioid plague going on that's decimating these devils. These white people were getting kicked in the ass like we were during the crack epidemic. We had a crack epidemic that they caused on us. Now they're trapped. They fell into their own trap. Now they're dying from opioids, drugs. You got fires that are still blazing out west. They don't even tell about that no more. But it's still burning. They got rats in New York look like damn beavers. These are plagues, y'all, plagues, and he's bringing them on just like he did when we were in Egypt. Except there are going to be more than 10 of them. There's already more than 10 of them. This COVID thing, that's a plague too. Whoever you think caused it, China or whoever, it still was Yahweh that did it. Because he puts the ideas in these maniacs' mind and do stuff like that. Y'all better get on the right side. If you go into this holiday season and you celebrating Christmas, you're on the wrong side. You ain't gonna make it. I'm giving out the warning. This ain't me. I'm just not taking this out of my head and say, "Ooh, you guys better do what I say." I'm not saying do what I say. You better do what Yahweh says. That's what got us into slavery. That's what got us into this country. Because all he said was keep the commandments. Don't be worshiping these idols. And that's what, if you look at a Christmas tree, it's a great big nasty, it's an idol. It's a phallic idol to Nimrod. He was a wicked man in the ancient days. He wanted himself to be as high as the Most High. So then they started inventing stuff for him to praise him. Y'all need to go in and check that out, because if you look that up and find out how nasty that is, and you worshiping a nasty man, y'all better get on the right side. You ain't got a lot of time left. This is the warning. You're not going to get too many more warnings. Pretty soon they're going to shut down the internet, and all this information is going to go away, and then you're going to start seeing these signs. It's going to start stopping people's hearts. They're going to look up at the sky and see stuff, and they're going to die on the spot just from looking at it. They can't take it. They can't take the terror that they're watching. You're going to see this come to pass. Read the Bible. It's in the Bible. Look up these videos. They're men on the street telling you they've got classes that you can watch and you can find out these things. I can't tell it all to you because I'm just one person. There's a whole library of videos you can watch. You can find out why things are going on. You can find out the feast days that you're supposed to celebrate. All the commandments. Because this is a glorious place. You ain't getting in there. You ain't getting in there if you ain't doing the commandment. If you don't believe in Yahweh Shai, or you calling Yahweh Shai Jesus, you ain't getting in there. I can't imagine when he comes back and you run up and call him Jesus, he's gonna take out his sword and just cut you in half. Because his name is not Jesus. Do you answer to anybody calling you out of your name? I don't think so. Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, they're us. We're created in their image. We have the same feelings they do. Yahweh gets mad. He's jealous. He gets jealous when you go out and you worship idols. He's jealous of that. And what he does to us is he puts us in slavery. He said, I'll teach you a lesson. That's like your father putting you in a timeout or put you. What was I saying? I was saying that the way that Yahweh feels, just like if your father put you on punishment because you didn't do what he told you to do, or you did something he told you not to do. So right now we're all on punishment. We're waiting for the punishment to end so we can get into here. This is the goal. Other than giving praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh. And he rewards us with this. This is amazing. Can you imagine this? This is where the airplanes fly. This is where they go to this fake the ISS, International Space Station. They just flew some guys up there. International Space Station. It's way down here. Look at the size of this. What else is down here? I mean, the clouds are down here. So right now, as the earth goes, there's no air up here. So something's got to change. Either the earth's going to get bigger, so there's air up there, or Yahweh's going to put air up there, way up here. Can you imagine being on the 1500th floor? And you got a house up there, you got Penthouse. You can see the stars. There's no light to block them out, so you can see you can have a penthouse up there. I don't imagine me being up there. That's probably reserved for, Moses, all the prophets, Jeremiah, Isaiah. They'll probably be up there. This is amazing. This is your reward. But you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it unless you start doing these commandments. I told you all the commandments, and that's just a little bit of ones I told you. There are more. The easiest ones to do right now is for the men not to shave their face or their head, the top of their head. For the women to wear dresses. For us all to wear fringes. Keeping the feast days. These are the easy things to do. The hard stuff is coming up. When this race war starts out, when all hell breaks loose, as we've been saying, this is coming quick. If you can't see the signs, then you're blind, and you ain't gonna make it no way. If you don't believe this, you're not gonna make it. If you're waiting around for tomorrow, tomorrow might not come for you. You need to start getting this stuff done today. Right now, you're already behind the curve because a lot of you are you look at the posting, because I see the number of people that post is between 5 and 10 people. When I post these videos, I guess you just look in and say, "Oh yeah, that's Michael again. He's crazy. He's in a cult. We ain't gonna listen to him." And all I can say to that is, all right, go on with your bad self. These heathens think they think they getting in here. They think that they gonna get raptured. That's what they call it. They made that shit up. There's no such thing as a rapture. Even if it was a rapture, they ain't getting in it because they're not Israelites. You guys are Israelites. This place are for the 12 tribes. There's 12 gates for each of the tribes. There's no gate for Japanese, Chinese, who are called Ammonites and Moabites. The white man is an Edomite. You know he ain't getting in here. Because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. He got a long fall. As tall as this is, that's how far he gonna fall. He gonna fall to earth, and his kingdom's gonna be over. And we're taking the kingdom, and this is our kingdom. We're taking the earth from them because they have ruined the earth. So I'm not pleading with you guys no more. I'm saying you guys better fucking do this shit. Excuse how I say it, but time's running out. There's no soft way to say this. If you're tuning into this and you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, you better get on the stick. You ain't got a lot of time left. And I just got back into doom and gloom, but the glory of it, that's what's waiting for you. That's the good feeling. That's what you should be striving for. This is what you need to be trying to see. The amazing. This is amazing. Of all the doom and gloom that I could say, this overshadows it all. I can't wait to get in there. I want to get in there so bad. I just every day. I'm begging you, Howard, please let me be one of your chosen, because he's going to choose each and every one of us to get in here. All of y'all who say, "Oh, this is crap," just go on thinking that, but the day is gonna come when that's gonna be it for you. For all of you who believe, this is something. That's something to get you going, man. When things, because things get down with this diseases that are coming out of here, and this COVID ain't gonna be the last one. We're coming to the flu season. It's going to get a lot worse, y'all. But with all that doom and gloom, if you just keep your mind on this, look at this. This could be one level, 1,500 miles. 1,500 levels. And it could be more. We're talking about 1 mile high. From the ground to a mile is one level. It could be more levels than that to put your mansion in. This is what you focus on when you think you can't keep the commandments. Focus on this. I want to get in there. I want to see Yahushua. He's going to be in there. We'll get to talk to him and ask him stuff. We'll see Moses. Hey, Moses, what was it like when our people was refusing to believe? We get to ask him questions like that. What were you feeling? He's probably, I wanted to kill them motherfuckers. Okay, y'all gone long enough. Y'all concentrate on this kingdom. That's the kingdom of heaven on earth. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Shalom, people. Stay prayed up. Stay spiritual. Shalom.